A balancing act. Kazakhstan's delicate dance between East and West. Kazakhstan, the largest landlocked country in the world, occupies a pivotal position in Central Asia. Its vast steppes and modern cities are a testament to its rich history and rapid development. It is a nation at a crossroads, geographically and geopolitically. The choices it makes today will shape its future for decades to come. To the east lies its powerful neighbor, China, with its burgeoning economy and growing global influence. China's Belt and Road Initiative has made significant inroads into Kazakhstan, promising infrastructure development and economic growth. To the north lies Russia, grappling with its own imperial legacy and seeking to reassert its dominance in its near abroad. Historical ties and economic dependencies make Russia a key player in Kazakhstan's foreign policy. Kazakhstan has long sought to navigate this complex geopolitical landscape by charting a course of strategic autonomy. This approach allows it to leverage its position for maximum benefit while avoiding over-reliance on any single power. It has resisted aligning itself too closely with any one power, preferring instead to maintain a delicate balance in its relations with both East and West. This strategy has enabled Kazakhstan to foster diverse partnerships and maintain its sovereignty. This balancing act has been a defining feature of Kazakhstan's foreign policy since its independence in 1991. The country has consistently pursued a multi-vector foreign policy, engaging with a wide range of international partners. The invitation for Kazakhstan to join BRICS, a grouping of major emerging economies, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, presents a significant dilemma for the Central Asian nation. Membership could enhance its global standing and economic prospects. On the one hand, membership in BRICS could offer Kazakhstan new opportunities for economic cooperation and development. It would open doors to new markets and strengthen its economic ties with some of the world's fastest-growing economies. It would provide access to a wider market for its vast natural resources, particularly oil and gas. This could lead to increased revenue and investment in the country's energy sector. However, joining BRICS would also carry significant risks. It could complicate Kazakhstan's existing alliances and force it to navigate new geopolitical tensions. It could jeopardize Kazakhstan's carefully cultivated relationships with the West, particularly with the United States and the European Union. These relationships are vital for Kazakhstan's economic diversification and technological advancement. These relationships are crucial for Kazakhstan, providing access to investment, technology, and security cooperation. Balancing these interests will be key to Kazakhstan's continued success on the global stage. The stakes are monumental. Why BRICS membership is a geopolitical gamble. Kazakhstan's deliberation on joining BRICS carries profound geopolitical implications. This decision transcends economic alignment. It is a declaration of geopolitical intent. The economic advantages are evident, but the political stakes are even higher. It is a choice that reverberates through the corridors of global power. In a world increasingly divided, every geopolitical move is under intense scrutiny. Kazakhstan's decision is about choosing sides in this polarized landscape. BRICS, while primarily an economic bloc, is perceived as a counterbalance to Western dominance. It symbolizes a shift in global power dynamics. Its members advocate for a multipolar world order, challenging the existing global hierarchy. They seek a more balanced distribution of power. United in their opposition to Western hegemony, BRICS nations are bound by a shared vision of global equity. For Kazakhstan, joining BRICS would signal a strategic pivot towards this emerging bloc. It would be a bold geopolitical maneuver. Such a move would indicate a shift from Western alliances towards a more assertive and independent foreign policy. The implications would be far-reaching. Russia and China would likely welcome Kazakhstan's alignment, viewing it as a strategic gain in their spheres of influence. They would offer substantial support and incentives. Conversely, this decision would raise alarms in the West. Western nations would perceive it as a strategic setback. The United States and its allies have long considered Central Asia a region of strategic importance, investing heavily to maintain their influence. They are vigilant against any attempts by Russia or China to dominate the region. Any shift in alliances is closely monitored. Kazakhstan's potential BRICS membership would be seen as a significant realignment, marking a pivotal moment in Central Asia's geopolitical landscape. Strategic neutrality, Kazakhstan's calculated long game in a turbulent world. At the core of Kazakhstan's hesitation to join BRICS is its unwavering commitment to a foreign policy of strategic neutrality. This approach is not merely a policy, but a deeply ingrained principle that meticulously guides its international relations. Since gaining independence, Kazakhstan has diligently pursued this policy to safeguard its sovereignty and independence, steering clear of entanglements in great power rivalries. The lessons of history have taught the nation that aligning too closely with any single power can jeopardize its autonomy. Kazakhstan's leadership is acutely aware of the precarious nature of its geopolitical position. Nestled between major powers like Russia and China, the stakes are incredibly high. The nation is keenly aware of the risks of being drawn into the orbit of any one power, particularly its larger and more powerful neighbors. This awareness drives its cautious and calculated foreign policy decisions. Consequently, Kazakhstan has sought to maintain a balanced approach, engaging with all actors in the international system while refraining from making commitments that could compromise its autonomy. This balanced diplomacy allows Kazakhstan to adeptly navigate complex international waters. This policy of strategic neutrality has served Kazakhstan exceptionally well over the years. It has enabled the country to focus on internal development and economic growth without succumbing to external pressures. It has allowed the country to maintain cordial relations with both Russia and the West, while also cultivating strong ties with other regional powers, such as Turkey and Iran. This multifaceted diplomacy has significantly broadened Kazakhstan's international influence. Kazakhstan's steadfast commitment to multilateralism is another cornerstone of its foreign policy. This commitment is evident in its active participation in various international forums. The country is an active member of the United Nations, the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, and other international organizations. These memberships provide Kazakhstan with a vital platform to engage with the global community. This engagement with multilateral institutions offers Kazakhstan a stage to voice its concerns and interests on the global stage. It allows the country to contribute to global peace and stability while steadfastly safeguarding its own national interests. The economic calculus, weighing the costs and benefits of BRICS membership. While geopolitical considerations weigh heavily on Kazakhstan's decision regarding BRICS, economic factors are equally pivotal. Joining BRICS could unlock substantial economic opportunities, but these must be meticulously balanced against potential drawbacks. One significant advantage is the potential for enhanced trade and investment. BRICS nations represent a formidable share of the global economy, offering a vast market for Kazakhstan's exports, especially its energy resources. Membership in BRICS could also attract substantial investments from other member states, particularly China, which is already a key investor in Kazakhstan's energy sector. However, joining BRICS could expose Kazakhstan to significant economic risks. The bloc's economic performance has been inconsistent, with members like Russia and South Africa facing severe economic challenges. Moreover, deeper economic integration with BRICS could make Kazakhstan susceptible to economic shocks originating from these countries. Another critical concern is the potential for increased economic dependence on China. China is already Kazakhstan's largest trading partner, and deeper economic ties through BRICS could intensify this dependence. This could grant China considerable leverage over Kazakhstan's economic policies, raising questions about sovereignty and strategic autonomy. China's long shadow, the Belt and Road Initiative, and Kazakhstan's economic dependence. China's expanding economic and geopolitical influence casts a formidable shadow over Central Asia, with Kazakhstan at the forefront. Beijing's ambitious Belt and Road Initiative, a colossal infrastructure and investment program, has significantly bolstered China's sway in the region. Kazakhstan stands as a pivotal partner in the BRI, hosting numerous projects on its soil. These ventures, encompassing pipelines, railways, and logistics hubs, are meticulously designed to link China to markets across Central Asia, Europe, and beyond. While these initiatives promise substantial economic gains for Kazakhstan, they also deepen its economic reliance on China. China's economic ascent presents a dual-edged sword for Kazakhstan. On one hand, China offers a vast market for Kazakhstan's exports and a significant source of investment capital. On the other hand, Kazakhstan remains cautious of becoming excessively dependent on its eastern neighbor. This caution is deeply rooted in historical context. Kazakhstan was once part of the Chinese Empire for centuries, and the memories of that era still resonate. Additionally, there are growing concerns about potential economic exploitation and the erosion of Kazakhstan's sovereignty. Between a rock and a hard place, Russia's pressure and Kazakhstan's resistance. While China's influence looms large, Russia remains a formidable force in Kazakhstan's geopolitical landscape. Moscow views Central Asia as its strategic backyard and has historically been vigilant against any perceived encroachment on its sphere of influence. Russia has been exerting considerable pressure on Kazakhstan to deepen its integration with Moscow-led economic and security blocs, such as the Eurasian Economic Union and the Collective Security Treaty Organization. These organizations are seen by Moscow as crucial instruments to maintain its dominance in the post-Soviet space. However, Kazakhstan has strategically resisted these pressures, aiming to preserve its autonomy and sovereignty. It has been highly selective in its participation in these organizations, joining some but deliberately avoiding others. This nuanced approach underscores Kazakhstan's intent to avoid becoming overly dependent on Russia. The ongoing war in Ukraine has further strained Kazakhstan's relationship with Russia. Astana has firmly refused to endorse Moscow's invasion of Ukraine, advocating instead for a peaceful resolution to the conflict. This principled stance has infuriated Moscow, which has retaliated with veiled threats and economic pressure, adding another layer of complexity to Kazakhstan's geopolitical balancing act. So where does this leave BRICS? With Kazakhstan opting out, the future of BRICS expansion hangs in the balance. While nations like Argentina and Egypt are eager to join, Kazakhstan's hesitance underscores that not all emerging economies view BRICS as the definitive path forward. Critics argue that BRICS has become overly political, particularly with Russia's increasing dominance. Kazakhstan's refusal to join sends a powerful message. For many nations, the multipolar world isn't merely about choosing between the US and BRICS, it's about forging an independent foreign policy, something Kazakhstan is executing with finesse. The global implications. BRICS must adapt if it aims to remain relevant in a world where countries like Kazakhstan prioritize strategic flexibility over rigid alignment. The future of global alliances may not hinge on joining large blocs, but on skillfully balancing relationships across the geopolitical spectrum. Kazakhstan's decision to refrain from BRICS membership isn't just a geopolitical footnote, it's a profound indicator of the evolving global power dynamics. As nations increasingly prioritize economic and diplomatic flexibility over rigid bloc politics, BRICS faces significant new challenges. Kazakhstan has demonstrated that neutrality and strategic independence can be formidable assets in a multipolar world. Thank you for tuning into Mwaki Insights. If this deep dive into Kazakhstan's BRICS hesitation provided you with valuable insights, make sure to hit that subscribe button and share this video with your network. Your support empowers us to deliver more in-depth geopolitical analysis straight to your screen.